Good day, I'm Stephen McHugh and this is your JIS News for Tuesday, August 7. Prime Minister Andrew Holness says he will be making an announcement shortly on measures to combat plastic and styrofoam pollution. The Prime Minister's pronouncement comes against the background of recent illicit fires at two of the island's major solid waste disposal sites. Mr. Holness was speaking at the Governor-General's Independence Reception and Exhibition on Thursday.
It cannot be that we use our independence, our freedom as it were, to litter our environment and to light our dump on fire. It cannot be.
A multi-stakeholder working group chaired by Dr. Paris Liao-Ai Jr. was set up by Cabinet in March 2017. The team's responsibility is to investigate the use and the disposal of plastic packaging materials in Jamaica and the impact on the environment. This was in response to a motion tabled by Senator Matthew Samuda, which called for a ban on plastic bags below a 50-gallon capacity and on styrofoam unless it contains an enzyme to facilitate its biodegradability. The National Solid Waste Management Authority, NSWMA, will be utilizing drones as part of new measures to enhance security at the island's disposal sites. In a statement, the board of the NSWMA says greater assistance will also be coming from the Jamaica Constabulary Force and the Jamaica Defense Force to monitor the disposal sites. Other measures include placing cover materials strategically at each disposal site and installing a fire suppression system at the retirement dump to enable quick response in the event of a fire. In the meantime, the NSWMA board says it continues to investigate the increased incidences of fire at all disposal sites. The Solid Waste Management Board warns that where it is confirmed that these fires were indeed acts of arson, perpetrators will be brought to justice. In other news, the Cornwall Regional Hospital Rehabilitation Oversight Committee says the completion of current upgrading work will result in a modern healthcare facility. Committee member Professor Ishenkumda Kawa says while the project may seem to be taking a long time, this is to ensure the work is done well and to avoid any recurrence of similar issues. Professor Kawa was addressing a press briefing recently.
We are now in the 21st century, and we are saying efforts should be made at least to have something, or to have a facility that reflects today's advancements in technology, in science, in healthcare, and overall comfort in a modern and important health facility like we have.
Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Health, Sansia Bennett-Templer, says while a contractor has not been confirmed to undertake construction of the main building, preliminary work is being done.
What we have in place at this time is a structural engineering firm doing all of the design. First, they're doing an assessment and the design work for the structural engineering. You have the mechanical, electrical, planning, and gases firm who have done their assessment and are now doing the design.
In the meantime, the Rehabilitation Oversight Committee is reporting minimal disruption in the care of patients at health facilities in Western Jamaica as work progresses on the Cornwall Regional Hospital. Committee Chairman Professor Archibald MacDonald says since February there has been a 6.8% increase in primary health care in the area where the hospital serves. This, he says, suggests that some of the patients were redirected to primary care facilities. With regards to operations at the Cornwall Regional, Professor MacDonald says bed occupancy now stands at 64%.
This includes those patients who are relocated in the buildings around that main tower, but also it includes beds at Falmouth Hospital as well. The hospital is providing care at this point in time for 54% of patients compared with the levels before, when the hospital was at full capacity.
He says visits to the Accident and Emergency Unit have seen a decrease of 879 between February and May this year. Noxious fumes started affecting the air quality at the hospital in 2016, and work is being done to rectify the situation. And finally, the nation's leaders have called for a recommitment to good values and contributing to nation building for economic growth. This call was made by Governor-General Sir Patrick Allen, Prime Minister Andrew Holness, and Leader of the Opposition, Dr. Peter Phillips, in their Independence Day messages to the nation on Monday.
Our people, despite the challenges of postmodernism and eroding values, continue to demonstrate the spirit of enterprise, creativity, neighborliness, and care for the needy, which have been visible in our history, here at home for generations.
My administration is committed to increasing efficiency through public sector reform and building a strong governance framework strengthened by mechanisms to eliminate corruption. The challenge for the next 50 years is to use our political independence and social freedoms to achieve economic independence and prosperity.
Let us also see it as a time for a renewal of the national spirit. Let us commit ourselves to building a Jamaica, not just for a few, but to building a Jamaica that works for all its people by the radical transformation of the economy and society.
And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Stephen McHugh. Thanks for watching.